paint. Oh, I need a paper towel. Already got messy. Acrylic paint will stay good for you as long as you keep it airtight. Air makes it dry, and once acrylic paint dries, and I know you guys know this, once acrylic paint dries, it's permanent. We had some arguments about that in class. So let me get my paintbrush. So I could start painting. I need one of those web cameras so you guys actually see this, because you're not going to be able to really see me paint that much. I just kind of have to show you as I'm going along. Okay, so I've got my green. I think I'm just going to start with the lighter colors. So I'm just going to take green and white, and I'm still going to use a lot of water, because I don't want it to be too, I'm still building up, and I still want to be able to see my pencil lines. You remember with the watercolor, I said don't use pencils, and we never did get to really do too much with the watercolors, unfortunately. But with acrylic paint, because acrylic paint is opaque, remember the word opaque? There's a difference between opaque and a difference between transparent. Transparent means it's see-through. Right now, these colors are see-through because I use a lot of water. But as I build up, they become more opaque because I'm going to use less water. You won't be able to see those pencil lines anymore. I'm going to turn this light on up here. Give myself a little bit more light. There we go. And because acrylic paint dries so fast, I have purchased some slow drying medium, which will cause that not to dry so fast. I like to work in oils because they take a long time to dry, like 3 days, 3 or 4 days. But because of the urgency and trying to get this done, I'm going to add some of this green with some white. And I'm going to use that extender so it doesn't dry so fast. And then I got to make sure I have plenty of water, which I have my water over here. All right, water in your paper towels. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Painting on her face. I know you can't see me. One of those webcams that look down on it so you guys can see it better. I'll pick it up and show it to you every now and then. Right now I'm just kind of going over her face. Like I said, I'm going to build up my colors. I'm going to build them up. So I'll be painting several layers as I go along. See, I'm starting to just build up just a little bit, just going little by little. It will take a little while. It's not something I can do in a day. I wish it was that fast. I know some people are that fast, but not me. I usually tend to do the hair last because that's on top. I'll do the hair in the background last. Probably have to do the background before the hair on this one. So it's still a thin layer. I'm still can see the pencil lines. And right now I'm still all just one one color, one value. I haven't put in the values yet. I'm just still building up the green. So now that I've done that, see how the face is darker? I guess I should do the neck too. Neck's a little bit darker underneath the chin. So I want to make sure that I do make that part darker. Just a little darker, still thin. My paint is still thin. You know, every artist paints different. They all have their own style, their own way of doing it, adding the colors. Everybody's different. This is just how I do it. My way is not better than other people's. It's just my way, and it's better for me. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a little bit. You know, notice I haven't done the eyes yet because I know the eyes are going to be, I'm going to make them lighter, a lighter green. Everything that I paint on this canvas will be green though, because it's monochromatic. So everything will be, so nothing will be a solid green, a solid white, and nothing will be a solid black. Everything will be mixed. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start going darker and bringing out the lights. I really want to bring out those lights. I want to make it stand out so it'll look three-dimensional. So now I'm going to use less water. As I come in here, I'm going to bring out the cheeks. So they're going to be, they need more white. I really like oils better because I love the way when the oils will smooth, the colors will smooth into each other. I really wish you guys could see this. Maybe I'll hold it up so you can watch this. It's gonna be hard to paint though. It's gonna be really hard. I love the way paint fills when I blend the colors together. I really like that. And it's easier, for me, it's easier to do with oil paint. But oil paint, it doesn't dry, so you do have to be a little bit more, have to have more patience with oil paint. Whereas acrylic paint, it'll dry, you can paint on top of it. It's really forgiving because if you mess up, you just paint on top. But you see how the cheek is starting to come out? So that's what I wanted to show you. That cheek will come out. So here I am, I'm adding some white. It's still got green in it, not all white. The nose, so you're always lighter in your cheeks and your nose and your forehead. Once I get all the lights, the highlights finished, and then I'll go in and start doing the darkers using the black. I don't like to use a lot of black because black is so overpowering and it's harder I know acrylic paint, you can paint on top of it, it's opaque, but still it's harder to go over the dark. So I don't like to make it real dark at first. I like to build up. So I start lighter and then build up the darks. And I have to look at the picture for reference with the darker and the lighter areas. I don't ever want to make it up. I don't want to just use my imagination or my memory. I cannot rely on my memory. I've got to have that picture for reference. And lips are lighter. So see how it's starting to come alive. It's starting to come out, it's starting to come alive. I'm going to stop my recording now because I think that's enough for now. But I'm going to keep painting. Another thing I want to mention to you is that when I paint, and I think this is important for everybody. When I paint, I like to paint in the direction of the contours. So that way, as I'm painting, you see how it's coming along, I'll paint in the direction of the contour. And do you know what I mean by that? That means I'm going to paint in the direction of the cheeks, they're coming this way, and it's going this way, and this way. I don't want to paint a wrong direction because my paint strokes are going to show. I don't know if they're showing very well or not, but they're going to show. And if they're going the opposite direction of the contour, then it's going to make that look flat and not as attractive on your painting. So that's always something to keep in mind too. I often see kids when they're like coloring or using pastels or something, and they're just going any way, and they're not following that contour. It just doesn't look as realistic as 3D. It won't look as 3D if you're not painting with the contours or drawing or coloring with the contours. So that's always something to keep in mind. Okay, so now I'm going to let you see what I've done in the past hour, a little over an hour. So what do you think? Still haven't done the eyes. I got those lips and the nose. Let's see, does it look kind of, sort of? A little bit? I got to work around that chin a little bit more. I think the lips are looking pretty good.